It's 7:30. I want to welcome everyone to the October 16th, 2023 Village of Lansing Trustees meeting. First order of business tonight is call to order, which I just did, and I've got to do a roll call. Susan Ainsley.
Present.
Wolfgang Bulmer.
Here.
Carolyn Greenwald.
Here.
Drew Riedel.
Here.
And Ronnie Hardaway is here. So we're all here, so we have a quorum. Our next order of business is the public comment period. This is a part of our program or part of our meeting tonight where people who are here or are online can speak about a topic that is not currently on our agenda. Is there anyone here who would like to speak? Hello, Carla.
My name is Carla Marceau. I'm here as an observer for the community party.
Welcome, Carla. Lost her. Hello.
My name, okay, we'll get around the camera. My name is Dennis Griffin. I am running for the town supervisor. I've been watching your meetings right on ever since I got involved in this, and I wanted you to get to know me, or if you got questions or concerns. I have a couple palm cards I'm gonna hand out to everybody, so. If you want to pass it. And I just thought, as running for supervisor, I should meet the village trustees. And we'll hand them all down.
Thank you, Dennis.
Carla, need one? Oh, here, give one to Carla.
I got extra.
We're good.
Thank you both. I don't see anyone online except Mike. Welcome, Mike. Are you tonight's planning board representative?
I am.
Okay, thanks for coming. All right, moving on. Our next order of business is to approve our minutes. We have two sets of draft minutes, one from September 14th and one from October.
Public comment period.
Oh, sorry. I moved to close our public comment period.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Public comment period is now closed. Thank you, Jody. So we need to approve our draft minutes from September 14th and October 2nd, 2023. We were all present for both meetings.
No, not the 14th, right?
Really?
Was that when they were away? Oh, they were away at training. Was that when they were away at
Oh,
training?
no. There was no meeting when they were away.
No, okay.
Okay. All right. So I think that we can approve both sets of minutes with one vote unless anyone has comments about particular minutes. Hearing none. All those in favor of approving.
I think just as FY, we were here on, we did have a meeting on the 14th, we're gone the 18th.
Thursday, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Make sure we got that.
Oh,
Good, yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I checked the minutes to be sure that we were all here.
Okay, I might have misunderstood you just now, I thought you said, sorry, my bad.
Okay. So all those in favor of approving both sets of draft minutes to make them final, please raise your hand and say aye.
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 Who's first and who seconded?
No one moved or seconded.
Oh, did I not?
I will
moved.
Second.
Drew second. Sorry. Out of
I
practice.
threw you off I threw you off on that. Go ahead.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so we have, next order of business is to consider waiving penalties for M5853. Jody, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yep, so they claimed that they did not get their little card, and they've never been late before, and they're just asking for a one-time forgiveness of their penalties. It was for 2300 North Triphammer Road, and they have quite large bills, so the water penalty was $595.50, and the sewer was $463.44.
In keeping with our policy of giving everyone a one-time waiver, I move that we waive this for them one time.
Second.
Any comments? Who was this again, Jody?
Benderson Development.
Okay.
So that's been our policy to give it one time, okay.
Yes. Yeah, one time, first time, and that's it.
Yeah.
So, no discussion, All those in favor of approving the waiver of the penalties for account number M5853, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That's unanimous. Okay. Our next topic is to set the planning board time for New York State standard work for the retirement system. We do this, I guess, annually, right, Jody?
No, so we've already done it for staff and board members. With the new system that New York State Retirement is doing, they're keeping track of days, even if you guys aren't claiming. So we already had a standard work week set for the trustees, and so now we need to do it for the planning board. So what the procedure is you have them keep track of their time for 1 month, and then you see how many hours it is. Basically, it's, they're doing about 1 8-hour day of work every month,
Every month.
so.
And how often do they require this?
Just once,
Just one? So if we ever wanted to adjust these hours, if we
you can
needed
do,
to
you can pass another resolution.
pass
to
another
change it.
resolution, okay. So if we can pass this tonight, and if we look down the road, if it looks like we're doing less or more hours, I suspect more, then we can always come back and change these. And the resolution for the trustees is shown below, just for information purposes.
Yes.
Right,
Yep.
Jody? Okay. So I will move that we pass a resolution to set the planning board standard work week for the New York State and local retirement system. I need a second.
Second.
We need to set it for 1 workday, 8-hour workday a month. It resolved that the village board hereby establish the following as a standard workday for appointed planning board members for the purpose of determining days worked reportable to the New York State and local employees retirement system. Planning board members will get 1 workday per month, with each day an 8-hour day.
All right. Okay. Any other comments? All those,
We got
Aye.
to move in a first.
Aye.
in a second.
Ronnie, then Wolfgang.
I moved and Wolfgang seconded.
Thank you.
Sorry. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That's unanimous. It's passed. So I don't have really comments tonight, but we'll go around the table. Wolfgang, anything?
No comments.
Susan?
No.
Drew?
No comments.
Carolyn?
I just was unclear about what we decided to do with regard to coverage of the planning board meetings, whether we just thought that was a good idea since Susan's already going, and for the consistency, that she just continue in perpetuity, and then if she needs someone to cover, she'll contact one of us and we'll jump in.
Yep.
That's the new policy. So if you have it on your
We're gonna
calendar.
assign you to a town of Lansing.
Now, we're going to be assigned to a town meeting. Now, did we decide that those town meeting assignments were going to be quarterly? Quarterly. And so does that mean that we go once a quarter, or for 1 quarter?
So Dennis.
Person gets a quarter.
Of the town board,
They are the 3rd Wednesday of the month at 6:30.
just 1 meeting a month?
Just 1 meeting.
Wednesday of the month. So you will be, so we'll start with that.
No one has volunteered yet, but, he's.
No, I volunteered
Ronnie's
for-
doing this quarter.
Okay, okay.
We don't have a volunteer for the next quarter. Would you like to do it?
No, I'd prefer this. We'll just roll the
Okay,
dice.
all right, I'm just gonna send you
You
something.
roll the dice.
Okay.
I mean, 'cause I don't want to volunteer for the winter months, so that's why. Actually, I don't really want the summer months either. I want the fall.
At least sounds good on paper. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's only 1 meeting. Planning board was 2 meetings, so.
yeah, but it's further.
It's your idea.
It was my idea. I love it. I love the idea. I'm just willing to put my name in the hat, and if it's me, I'll go.
Okay.
Okay,
All right, fine, never mind, I'll do it.
Obviously,
I'll do it. I'll do the second session.
if there's a quarter meeting you can't attend, you just coordinate with one of us to go.
Yeah, okay, Jody, sign me up for the second pack of meetings,
First quarter in
second
2025.
when you send out the new schedule.
I said I'd take the last one.
yep. That means you're 3rd.
For the town you're talking about now? Yeah. 3rd quarter?
Yeah.
I think is personally is the best.
It's actually, it's the second calendar quarter, but it's the 3rd.
The 3rd calendar. Yeah.
Okay,
Just to be clear, we're talking about like, was that June to September or?
I'll send you your schedule.
July to September is right now me.
You're just here. That's it, thanks for clarifying, I appreciate it.
Using the Julian calendar, right? I thought.
Well, and thank you, because it's less confusing, because I always go to the planning board.
And I do have my town trail meeting tomorrow. So,
Thank you for going. And
good to go.
Drew, you think, or you, both of you could go, but you don't have to both go?
I think it's redundant.
For the, which meeting are you?
That's the town of Lansing Trails meeting, the Trails
Oh,
Commission
when is this, what day?
Tomorrow?
tomorrow.
Let me think about it, I'll have to check.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I was gonna mention to you also that I can't do the Thursday meeting because it's open house at the high school for the CSC.
Oh, okay, all right. We might postpone that then. There's not a lot to report.
Okay, well, I can't do tomorrow night, I'm sorry. For the town trails.
Trails is tomorrow at 11:30.
Oh, 11:30?
Yeah, 11:30.
Doesn't matter, I don't know that I mean, my feeling on the meetings in general is that one person is,
Yeah.
It should be.
well, this one's a little different because it's like more of a planning session, so
Yeah, the-
ideas would be welcome.
Planning sessions, and that's the reason I was,
Yeah, versus coverage of a meeting, which is when we're just an
And is
observer.
it's in person or Zoom? Is it-
Well, I was gonna go to the library.
Okay,
yeah,
it's the library,
it's either or, it's a hybrid meeting.
gotcha.
You just need to let them know.
My first one, so I'm not sure. But I was,
Yeah, I think I
was
can
gonna
make it
go.
if it's around.
Okay, well, then I'll see you tomorrow.
One's live, one's Zoom. It just, they make it pretty easy.
Right.
Okay. Jody, did you have anything else for us tonight?
Yes, the volunteer recognition, it's supposed to rain Sunday,
Yes,
so
it's
more than
cold.
likely, it's gonna get moved into the community, so,
Right.
community room.
Rain,
Bummer.
cold, high
Okay.
52, so,
So you want me to just go ahead and
yeah.
make an executive decision?
Yes, we need to.
No, hold out. Let's wait and see,
Okay,
because it's gonna be so much better outside.
Oh, I absolutely agree.
Let's make an executive decision on Thursday or Friday.
Better outside, but if it's not, we need to,
Oh, yeah, but weather changes in 5 days.
yeah,
Unlikely, but, you know.
what's the latest we can make this decision? Jody, what do you think?
I can post a sign on the pavilion that says, go to the community room, you can change it on that day if you want.
Let's make a decision by Friday afternoon, and that way, we can send out an email before the end of the work week and let people know in advance. And if it's looking very similar to what currently is forecast, I agree.
Yeah.
We don't want people standing out in the cold this time of year just to get sick.
Yeah, besides staff, I only have like 3 people that are coming. so
Okay.
far.
Well, all of us are,
So what if I don't have any more than 3 people? Are we gonna cancel the whole thing and move it to spring?
Yes,
yeah, if we don't.
yes, I think that's an excellent plan.
Well, everybody's supposed to get back to me by tomorrow, so
Okay.
we'll see.
You need RSVPs from us too, right? From anyone who's going?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, obviously, I will go.
And I sent my.
I got yours.
You,
I got yours.
Okay.
I thought it was,
Yeah.
I thought it was implied, but yeah, I'll send.
Well, how many?
Formal, yeah,
it's the how many.
Just tell me how many. All I need to know.
yeah,
1, 2,
just one, yeah.
1?
But this is more about the volunteers. If we don't get very many volunteers to come, then let's,
Yeah, wait till the spring,
right,
because we could do it in May and it's still part of the same budget, so,
it's a good idea.
you know,
Right,
there's not much change.
that's a good, that's a good.
Move to adjourn.
Hang on, I'm just trying to make sure here.
I love it.
The, one thing I did want to let you know about is that Mike Scott and I will be meeting with the Village of Cayuga Heights tomorrow afternoon. They are concerned that we have a lot of upcoming multi-residential unit developments coming, and they're concerned about sewer units, the number of sewer units they can release to us. So I think it's like a planning session, is how do we want to go forward? And it's not just on our side, but it's also, I'm considering it on their side, what are they how are they planning to expand the possibilities for us and the rest of the communities that are involved? What is their long-term plan to increase their capacity? So,
How many do we have left out of the already pre-negotiated?
We don't, there's not a pre-negotiated
No.
amount. There used to be a long time ago when there was a moratorium,
right,
and you had like, there's 11 units, that's all you get until you fix something, and then they issue us another 10 units.
right,
Right now, there is not.
Okay.
yeah.
I thought that Don had arranged for like some 2,000 units.
I think that might have been
Over.
Plan Road bypass. we have,
which we paid for, which we were supposed to get paid back for, and never did get paid back for.
right,
Mention that tomorrow, when they don't, try not to give us units, that they owe us money.
mention it consistently, and it's like, but the real concern is that we've got to have sewer units for potential developments, and so Mike and I will be talking with them. I don't know if any final decisions will be made, but we can express our concerns and see what happens. So I'll probably have more to report to you at our first meeting in November. But if need be, if it's important enough, I'll send an email to you before the meeting and let you know what.
Do we know how many sewer units are already spoken for, committed in terms
How
of,
many we have? Of course we know how many.
No, she means the
Yeah.
projects that are pending.
yeah, the projects that are pending?
No,
It's not until you pay your sewer fee.
Right.
You are not committed, you can come in like the project that's up on Lomax. Until they come in and pay for all of their sewer units, they're not committed to
they're not
them.
assigned.
If Uptown Road comes in first with theirs, it's first come, first serve.
What about the Beers property?
It's like,
They haven't paid for theirs either.
So they haven't paid, no one's paid?
No.
I counted recently.
But there has to be some movement, like, there has to be infrastructure to pay for the sewer unit.
If they get their when they get their building permit,
Yeah.
they also need to get their sewer permit.
Yeah,
they,
So, I mean, you can't just buy your sewer permit. and hope to
exactly.
Build in
That's what I'm
12
saying.
years.
No.
Yeah,
you have to be, it has to be shovel-ready, and the sewer permits will get turned on once you pay the fee.
So any phase 2 of anything, or phase 3?
They can, no, they
That same
cannot
price.
lock in all of the sewer units until they're prepared to pay for all of the sewer units.
Okay, so
So-
even though,
And then they've got to have the plans, the site plans and everything approved for everything. No, if
just
it's
wanted to
phases,
be
only the
clear.
phases worth will get approved.
Okay.
That's my understanding. So,
okay,
yeah.
The only
that's-
one that's different is Eric across the street, because it was all gonna be one, and then it turned into phases.
Right. So it's,
so that's like 2,
But it's only 2.
yeah, it's a very,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's-
yeah, smaller scale.
okay.
it's much smaller. It's not anything, that's not a concern. And this does not really impact individual residential homes. It's the multi-units that
Okay.
that are problematic. So I will let you know as soon as I get a little bit more information about what's happening. But I know that it's going to be an issue. I know that there are plans to have a potential third phase within the Village of Cayuga Heights wastewater treatment plant, but I don't know what that means. What does that include? Does that increase capacity, or does it just improve
What's
filtration?
already there,
So
okay.
when I know, I'll let you know. So that's really the only thing I have for tonight. So,
Yeah, I have some comments on the stuff we were talking about last week on workforce housing. I can just send them out.
yes, please do.
And then I just called Cayuga Heights because I was curious, kind of trying to figure out how much for trash, just kind of how that, just out of my own curiosity, kind of how much it costs per resident to.
Right.
The math is not really compelling. I didn't get even all the costs. I could show you the spreadsheet, but it's maybe it'd save a little bit, but it might cost more. I think part of it is the problem is the scale isn't big enough to kind of have $1 million trash trucks.
Right.
And, I think if you, in some sense, we could make, build it out and merge it, but you have municipalities with shared things, that gets complicated and messy.
Yeah.
And I don't think even I did the math.
Children who do get served last.
Yeah, and even
So it's problematic.
the math on we were a bit of a bigger village than they are as far as number of households, but it's still a math, I don't think would say, it might be a little bit less, but
But they provide the
That's where-
service, they provide the
they
pickup.
provide the pickup.
No,
on
but like the.
bulk
like
and the brush every
the-
month.
The bulk
Yeah.
pickup.
Yeah, so they pick up the trash, the bulk and brush pickup, bulk pickup.
That is
I did forget to mention
extremely-
that is part of the.
Dumpster.
That is
Yeah.
extremely valuable.
It is, yeah.
How the information, send it all to us.
There's some missing pieces, it was really difficult for them. I don't want to, when the numbers kind of seem pretty obvious, I don't want to kind of keep after them the fuel cost, but they couldn't provide the fuel cost. So
Yeah,
that's got to be pretty big, I would imagine.
They have the employees too, though, so
Yeah.
it was, when I called them, I couldn't compare what we would try to set up to what they try to set up, because they have two guys that they are their employees going
Right.
around with not even a
three
garbage
guys.
truck, it's like a
Driver, two guys and a
and
mechanic.
a trailer.
Mhm.
Which you're looking payroll costs, $100,000 a piece.
Yeah, I looked at
So
some
it's
of
not
the other
something-
estimates for DPW, put that into my spreadsheet, looked at their information I could get. But, yeah, I think the village, if I were gonna do anything, the Village of Dryden thing, where it's kind of almost like, you aggregate people's, it's almost like community choice aggregation, but for trash, where you kind of, the town goes out and negotiates a contract, people can opt in or out, doesn't affect people.
Yeah, that's what I was
It's
looking
outside
at, yeah.
That's kind of the best of the choices that I've seen, but that's.
And there was this
kinda
company called Blue Moose that was interested in possibly doing it for us, but
Worked out, yeah.
it's a lot of a system. It's, they supply these special bins, and then you fill one bin, and there's no bags at all, and it would be a very new thing that we would introduce, and there'd be a lot of responsibility for the village.
Right.
But I dream of a better system.
Just keep pursuing it, and maybe we'll hit the magic.
What if we outsourced to Kego Heights? What if those
No, that's
dudes
exactly
just
what-
came and did our,
Merge our village with Q.
That's what I was talking about, though, it's like that,
no, I just want them to pick up old couches.
yeah. Then we
I
get the
just want them to
situation
pick up
where-
old couches. I don't want them to.
That maybe we wouldn't have to pay sewer rents anymore.
Do you want to pay their tax rate? You know, there's.
Well, I mean, and the other thing is, like, when I did the math, if the math were overly compelling, you could be like, hey, there's a lot of wiggle room here. And the bigger the scale, the more the costs go down. It wasn't, I tried to see what it would work if you kind of merged it and maybe had, instead of 2 trucks for 1,000, maybe 3 trucks for, we had 2,600 for all the households, and how much you'd save, and it just didn't really jump off the page as, because I know what the fuel costs are, and I think they're
If
big.
it's that close, and there's so many variables, it could go either way. And I would tend toward being conservative and know it wouldn't go our way right
Yeah.
now. Until we get more information and we find the magic formula and providers, then let's keep looking. I mean,
Starting from scratch, I think you might can think of something like that with a bigger scale, but I think, other than the Village of Dryden thing, which I think is kind of a little bit of effort, but allows a lot of flexibility, I think, and I'd have to check in to see how that's going with it, yeah, but that's really the only, I'll show what I do have, and it's not complete, but I also think it's kind of shows what.
yeah, if you share the early data, sometimes people can ask you a question that will trigger a thought. So send it out.
Yeah.
If there was competition with Casella and Doug's and 6 other people, and then we could community choice, say, these villagers are all gonna pool who wants the contract, and do it sort of in that
People can still opt out, is
CCA
what-
model, that would be great, but there's not the competition to get those bids down in the first place.
Yeah, and Dryden, I don't know if they have different choices than we have, I think they would just have the same two, but.
There doesn't seem to be any other choices besides that third party that I just mentioned,
yeah,
that has their
they
own
got it.
system.
So, we'll see.
Thank you, Drew. Anything else?
I move to adjourn.
Who seconds that?
Second.
Wolfgang? All right. If there's nothing else.
Shortest meeting ever.
know, this is.
So proud of us.
Yeah, that's good.
7:53.
That's fine, yes. We're in the meeting.
Thanks, everyone.
I still owe you some information